pure Ontario raw honey.
Yes, we do.
Exceptional. What would this pair well with?
Teas or fruit or crackers because they're infused with uh, other fruits like raspberry, lemon, turmeric, stuff
Yes.
like that. It can be used as a medicine or as a food.
Amazing. I see this one is turmeric,
Yes.
and this one is paired with orange.
Orange is so delicious. Kids love it. You can eat it with bread, like as a jam, a natural sugar-free jam.
Beautiful.
So, Miss Kayan Thomas, you're running for MPP. What are some of the things that you provide to the area?
So far, I've met with a few businesses, veterans, and residents. Many of them are concerned about the tariffs, which is one of the reasons I love your shop, considering that you have created a coalition of a women's network of products and services with the one man exception. And we want to make sure that you will be safe when it comes to small businesses, that your products won't go up in a premium pricing, where it might be more difficult for those of us who enjoy natural products to have to spend more out of our pockets, especially when it comes to housing and food. The other things that I will be looking to do for our constituents is housing. Yesterday we did a food drive, and most of the residents were very concerned about housing, high cost of rent, and also health issues. Some have mentioned that they're looking for family doctors and they have to go to clinics regularly. And so these were the top three things of concerns, and this is what I will be addressing and looking after in our constituency for York South-Weston.
Awesome. So, how can people vote for you?
Excellent question. This Thursday, February 27th, 2025, is voting day, election night. And so we look forward to you putting your votes in for Kayan Thomas for York South-Weston MPP. And advanced polls were closed Saturday that passed. So this Thursday is the ultimate time in which you can put your votes in. To find your polling station, it's best to go to Elections Ontario or to your local library who will provide the information for you.
That's
You can
awesome.
also, thank you, yes. You can also email us at candidate provincial election at gmail.com. As well, we have questions that you can provide, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions.
Okay. So, how can people find out more about you and your platform?
What they could find out in terms of my platform is best to email me. In addition, we're doing several meet and greets coming up. We did the food drive yesterday. Tonight, we're hosting something at K&A's, and this is Monday. And tomorrow night, we're hosting another reception, 7 to 9 p.m., inside Bab's Bubble Tea on Weston Road.
Awesome.
Yes, yes. I did a lot of canvassing, and I've met some of the residents who were very interested to hear from an independent candidate what it is that I could bring to them. Many of them were very pleased, actually, as well. That's those within marginalized communities, as well those within residents, as well businesses. I think they're looking for someone who can help them to grow, thrive, and prosper. And many have said they were very impressed with some of the speaking points presented.
Awesome. You kind of touched on my next question,
Yes.
which is so people want to know, what party are you representing?
Good question. Many people have asked me this question, and their faces were so shocked and amazed that I'm running independent. Many have encouraged me to continue to do so, and others also make me know that you are up against those that are parties and they have a long-standing reputation. However, my feedback to them is that this riding particularly has been underserved for some time. And most of all, I really want to give my condolences in terms of my best wishes for Michael Ford, who was the MPP previously here, and he had to step down from his role and didn't really get to fulfill it much and serve the York South-Weston constituencies. He has a type of sickness or illness, and so my prayers are with Michael Ford right now and his family. And so having that this riding has been without a representation, and I know a lot of the rich history, it's the best timing to come in as an independent when so many parties are going through its own turmoils. And independently, having someone who knows the struggles of the everyday community is going to be a good voice that can hold political parties accountable to many of their promises.
Okay, that's amazing. So, why don't you tell us a little bit more about what it means to run as an independent candidate?
Having a good pair of shoes, a lot of stamina, good food, people who believe in you, pushing the limits. In fact, there were a lot of hurdles I've had to overcome. Sometimes people know that you can have the potential, and it's that crab in the bucket mentality. but I don't like to use that word today. I think people are threatened by those of us, especially our cultural essence, for the strength and abilities that we can possess. And so I had one individual, even from our own community, who was insisting not to have my nomination paper signed by anyone. And luckily, the community stood up for me and said, no, you're not going to hold her back from her potential. And they just fought for me and signed that paper and got my nomination in. And so this is what it has felt like, fighting for and also being fought over. So people are fighting for me too, as you ask it.
Okay, so explain to us what are the benefits of voting for an independent candidate versus someone that we already know or a party that we already know?
Oh, very good question. Considering that I've had political experience, especially working at Ontario Queen's Park. In fact, my little tagline when I meet residents is that Doug's Ford office used to be my office when I worked in Queen's Park. And so I've had an inside view on some of the red tape that might happen when working for political parties that have the writing associations and have particular platforms that most candidates have to follow. And this is what's given us this roundabout non-resolution effect within communities. When there's an independent in Parliament, that independent speaks nonpartisan and can speak clearly and adamantly for the community without any allegiance to parties, but more of an allegiance to the community and the constituents in which it serves. So for me, going as MPP York South-Weston, this is what I would do as an independent, be your voice in Parliament and hold parties accountable. And this is what the benefit is for running as an independent candidate, as well representation at Queen's Park.
Cool.
So I just really love that I found this great gem of a store with all your natural products. And I also particularly love that you have children books here. How did you come to find this location and come up with such a unique concept for your store?
Okay, so we've been in business for over 10 years. We've been here for about 7. And for a long time, it was just Dark Nubia Naturals. But this year, we decided to open our store up to women who create. And so we have about 7 to 8 vendors in here of women who create their own products, from hair care to children's books and skincare products. And we all just come together and we're under one roof to serve the community.
Exceptional. I'm just really glad to find this gem right here in York South-Weston, especially on Weston Road. Thank you so much for having my patronage today.
Thank you so much for shopping with us. We really appreciate you coming out and meeting with the community and letting us know about you and your platform and who you are.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay.